Hello, my single solitary viewer. Hello to the Flues crew, and even hello to the Stone Stoners. Welcome, and this is a little video to announce the very soon starting of the next season of the Club House SMP, which would be in total season 4 now, I guess. But I want to announce it because we have something special this season. We're going to start out in 1.15.2, but with the plans to update to 1.16. But I wanted to show you why we're starting in 1.15.2, and it's to have this Terran generation using TerraForged. And this is a mod, but we're going to play in full-on vanilla, but this is a mod that generates the Terran differently. Now, obviously, you get all the lovely features of regular Minecraft, including idiot villagers that like to congregate in the trough. This is the place to be in this village. Nobody wants to leave. Once you're in forever. Except for you. You don't get to get in. Yeah, so you get the regular Terran generation, well, not regular, but all the accoutrements, all the structures of the villages, the dungeons, everything, except, of course, because we're not going to be in 1.16, we won't have the nether ruins that are appearing in the snapshot and are expected to make their official appearance in 1.16. But what we're going to have better. We're going to have these trees. Look at these. These are all basically custom trees. We're in a mega taiga, essentially, but all the trees are tall. There isn't the small, ugly spruce trees. Like all of these are wonderful. They're wonderful. And when you do have a smaller trunk, look, it's a much better looking tree. Because we have custom trees, and we have these custom plains, custom rivers, and all these rivers really have... they make sense geographically, and also you can tell there's erosion going on. It's like not these weird random Minecraft rivers. There's rolling hills, but also little cliffs. These are really good looking. They really add a lot of little stuff for this. So of course I have to mention that if you want to come play with us on the Club House SMP, any tier patron of myself or Stan Stone, you can come on and hop and play. If you'd like to invite a friend or two friends, then you have to be in one of the higher tiers of patronage. And of course you'll obviously get other perks that come with those higher tiers. And of course, however, being in the Discord is free. The Discord is free for everyone to use, and of course you're free to join in and play a lot of the UHC games that our generous UHC hosts host on the UHC servers. But when it comes to SMP like this, it's a whitelisted server, so it's not a public server. But I wanted to show you here the specialness, not just the mega taigas and the mega spruce trees, but also the generation that is different here for the dark oak trees as well. This is natural. I didn't touch anything. This is how the mod spawns them. When we are in vanilla and you plant trees, plant saplings, and regrow them, you're gonna get the default vanilla grow. So you won't have a spruce tree that looks much better, a much more realistic spruce tree like this one. You're gonna have the standard Minecraft spruce tree. But since we're flying, look at this gorgeous little valley. It's just awesome. When 1.16 Spigot comes out, that's when we're gonna open the nether. So we're gonna start the season with no nether, so there's gonna be a lot of distances to travel, but it's gonna be distances to be traveled on. Look at this lovely Terran generation. Look at the mountains, how spectacular they are. On the server, if we can have it, it's going to be this seed, but if we can have it, I'd like it to be amped just a little bit more extreme, so the mountains maybe just 10% higher. They can't be too high, because otherwise they'll be basically at the build limit, and you can't even build a house on top. Right now, you will probably, on the highest summits, you probably can't build a super high tower just because you'd reach build limit. But you can build something, on top of those majestic hills. Look at how some of them look really good. I might be losing a lot of frames here because we're going to be flying over the landscape. Let this load in here because it's gonna look. Oh yeah. Now this is something special. What is interesting about this, in my opinion, I mean, this mountain here looks really actually gorge, but there's a lot of areas, like you see the tree line really cuts abruptly, and normally there'd be like a layer of shrubs at least if you want to make this more realistic. So this is a kind of Terran generation that is better than vanilla Minecraft, but it's not so absolutely excellent that you can't spruce it up with terraforming a little bit if you can. Look. This is like another great area to build a base in. I feel like it. I don't know if you've ever seen Heidi in the Alps or something. You could build Heidi's house over here and have her run down the alpine hills covered in flowers and stuff. I don't know, that's a really old person reference. Heidi. Jeez, no young person knows who Heidi is. Unless you Google it, I suppose. But I just wanted to show you all these biomes. I think if I keep going this way, I'll reach a jungle. So I can show you most of everything, if you don't mind the frame rate droppage as the chunks load in. But yeah, so we're starting out in 1.15.2. In this overworld. There's going to be a world border, but hopefully we can make it a little bigger than the previous season. Look at this bee! Look at this bee! I would like it if the world border was a little bigger, because once we pre-gen with a mod, we can't like expand farther. So we're gonna need a bigger universe. Oh yeah, now we're talking another great valley. Look at this village. Between the savannah, oh, these are great areas. This is fantastic. I'm loving these cliffs and like being in a valley nestled beneath, and like being over there where there's a jungle on one side, savannah on the other, forest over there. This is going to be on the seed. So like if you wanna come build here, that's going to be an option. The jungle looks a lot like the actual Minecraft jungles, except of course for the underlying Terran generation. So what this mod does, again, we're not going to be playing on the mod. We're going to generate the Terran with the mod. What it does is, instead of generating only biomes, it first generates a type of Terran, so plains, steppes, hills, things like that, and then after that it adds the biome on top of that Terran generation, and that's what you get. That's how you get these areas where you get these flat areas and these areas of rolling hills and cliffs and everything. It just looks great. So again, to be clear, to join you got to be a patron of myself or Stenstone. Stenstone, since he's has commitments with Hypermind Studios, the SMP, he's going to be playing there mostly. That's where he's gonna do most of his SMP stuff, I do believe. Though he always comes on and joins and farts around. So he plays here as well on the SMP Club House SMP. But of course, if you want him to do the quality streams with all the fun Hypermind players, of course, like you got to let him play over there as well, But I plan to make streams and videos on this server. So you can come and play with me. Of course, the way to do that is to be a patron of myself or Stenstone. Bottom tier gets you on the server. Second tier, the $5 tier, gets you and a friend on. Now you think, well, I mean, that's more expensive, but I mean, on the second tier there's also more perks, so you don't get only that. And then on the top tier you get yourself and I believe it's 2 or 3 invites. So of course, when you bring an invite, make sure they're cool players. I would much rather have you invite someone who A, is cool, but they build nice stuff, they like the SMP life, maybe because of the ongoing situation that we have with my Sharona Shirus. There's a few people who may be out of work, and so they don't necessarily have the the available shekels to come and be a patron of myself or Stenstone, which is completely understandable. You're only supposed to use that when you have the disposable income to do so, and if you're in a bind, then please make sure you help yourself first. But if you have the extra income to be a higher tier patron, you think about inviting people who would not be able to join because they normally might, but the current situation is let's say a big problem for their finances. But being stuck at home, you need something to do, and why not SMP? Come SMP on the Clubhouse.
It's $5.
The expected start date, we don't have a precise start date because we need to get the server up and running exactly correctly, but it's probably going to be next week. So over the weekend, we're going to be setting up the server, and we're going to be starting that Friday, and making sure Saturday, Sunday that things run right. So it might be possible that we open next Monday. Monday, the 11th of May, could be when we open up. Now that I've rambled much too long and now the video is way too long, it's the Clubhouse SMP announcement video. We're going to do a tour of the server on Friday. I'm probably going to live stream it because if I record it, it's probably going to be too long. There's a lot of stuff to tour. There's a lot of things to see on the server, because there's a lot of builds that have been made. Some of them are unfinished, including my own. I have a slight tendency to not fully complete a project before starting a new one, and that means like some of my bases are like 75% complete or less. It's something I need to work on, but because I always end up getting an idea and I go, oh, the new idea is so exciting, I have to move on to the new idea. Even though I haven't had time to finish the last one, still rambling on. Live stream this Friday, tomorrow, I guess, and probably, I suppose, Monday is when we start the new SMP season. Keep a lookout in the Clubhouse Discord server, which is free to join for all. It's a public server. Look in the description down below for the link. Look for announcements there for the next season. All right, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the Clubhouse SMP. Bye-bye. Sponsored by the Flu Screw on Patreon.